Hello there. It's good to have you again on this episode of Hospitality today. I am Kemi and today on the program, we're going to be highlighting the potentials of the culture and tourism in Ondo State. And to engage us today, to educate and also inform us today, I have the pleasure of having in the studio the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism in Ondo State, Honorable Afolabi Adesoji. The Honorable Commissioner, it's good to have you on the program today. And so, it's so good to have you. And also, it's a way to also welcome you into office as a brand new commissioner of the culture and tourism.
Yes, it was now. It's one of these.
Oh, in office. So this is out. It's the timing is quite right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'd like to start this year. What is the current state of culture and tourism in our city?
That is one of those. We can go and watch it. Okay. And yes, it didn't. Alors, vu que si c'était pas fait pour lui, par rapport je fais ça, il me dit, donc, donc, il va aller. C'est pas chaud. Nous sommes dans le centre, il faut se mettre constant. When il faut le pression. Il s'entraîne, nous sommes, il m'a dit, but the next people are saying social authority, but there's social authority class, but that way, yes, and happiness. Yeah.
Community, the community.
Oh, if it is huge, bullshit. The people are saying, the something right authority is social authority, let's go, get it, we don't. We are able to have a good things. Discussion with them. Yeah, I think also it's the tourism medicines, like this one, I in fact, so I kind of fancy.
Now you mentioned the movement. It clearly shows you have an agenda. It's called you're giving us 100 days an artist. Well, can you enlighten us a little bit? It was exactly to what you intend to do.
But thank you. The leader of Orchard, the governor approved. Like, years, which was the leader of said to me, ouais, c'est l'intervention de l'enfant. I said that. C'est le développeur, c'est pas. Et on sait que c'est pas. Et on va faire une acte pour la. Which, that's another one that to me. These are our, I don't really tell ourselves to this fight, but what is part of so yeah, to this, it has the meaning of culture. No tourism, the position of our tourism, the sense. The governor, always a commissioner. He won't talk about the case. That's what he did. I got to do a arrangement. The big committee. What's it?
To accessibility.
Accessibility. I think that was the thing. Then, I feel out of meditation. I'm not this result. I just out of it. To service. The governor, the bishop still approved. I will kill the lawyer. Probably with one. This has done me. So, they were all happening. They were not to back of the planner. The ocean is very fresh. That's not the ocean called the beach. C'est bon, normal. Les choses là, après, dans les choses, les gens also, we're out there, we start to definitely get off our sheets. I think that. You so accessible. They said on that. They also have to have their own. There are some on restoration. You don't need to put it back
To bring them back to life.
as it is.
Or even better.
Better. So this is what you are trying to do.
Because that's where I'm taking it now. That I won't find out what way has modernization. You mentioned some of these festivals. I know for the fact a lot of young people probably have not witnessed any of these festivals before because of the advent of modernization. Now, how are you prioritizing your job to marry the festivals, that those historic events with modernization?
No, that's well trying to, so letting that people, which advice, what's that on us? That question. Because the first culture country for the values. We don't take what I want to be like, I want to be that I am. Man, just go back and like it. So that's to see the other because you are it. So that's how we should promote our guidance. So that's first person topic. Now, if you have somewhere, they pan. Now, the owners of native commercial culture. So when it gives us more value. That's why you see most of now the good dress, you're going to pay the hair, you need to pull your about it is about talking. So if we started with this 5 cultural festival, then as we are doing one, the doctor said it's not limited to this one. We go to start from somewhere, try to start from somewhere, this and yes, so I believe the what about this from this family? So it's only limited. So what wants to really do? So then, so they can post it. For a better adoption. The man, we have to post it, what to root. So they are being identified with the person. Most of the what we always see some people get really dress. But they shall also some case. Yeah, so it's a form of identity. We move and portions of our fast identity. Which apart from being that is the general revenue. That is your stable. But I'm not feeling but the people moral value. But still actually once you go into now, but that will so that is to give me moral value. To tell that people that we need to promote that question. In your office, how do you promote such content? What are you doing when you guys I mean now, just like you mentioned, creative economy. There are people now who feed off being content creators, the digital that. How are you marrying what you're doing with the current trend? How do people get to know this is how to celebrate our culture? What efforts are you making? And for instance, now you're telling you so this is one of the efforts. So try and educate us more on what you're doing, how you're doing this. So our culture does not get eroded. Yeah, thank you. For example, I'm open to the digitalization. That's exactly mainstream better yes. They are on TikTok, maybe WhatsApp, or Instagram, or this out there. Most of the industry just for this like they have to industry come be if you want to move, and you want to move, want to catch up with the youth. Yeah, because the way the youth are moving, they are bringing into their lives.
Yeah.
So we are we believe that it should be generalized in mention. The most meaning of the festival that we are doing, flag the LEDs movement. Celebration. And many protest the whole life. Yeah, but Saturday, picture.
Did that happen recently?
September 26. There was 80,000 developers since after. So that's the worst thing. So we have, obviously, people are still the attraction, it shows that the only thing to really say is that as well assured the that's Yeah, with the Afolabi Island, they are not placed on the streets. These are seasoning industry.
Of course, everyone knows the better you have a knowledge of what is going on.
Yes,
Honorable Commissioner, I'd like if possible, and I'll be back with you so we can continue the conversation. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, the conversation will continue. Please don't go away. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Hospitality today, and we've been having conversation with the Culture and Tourism Commissioner in Ondo State. Honorable Adesoji back again. Now, let's talk about our cultural heritage. There are a lot of ways we can preserve and promote these heritage. In your ministry, what are you doing in Canada?
well, actually, of course, there is of Asian, the social over and invasion. You got it? There are areas to be given that we should, you have to put part of restoration. The way this practice
Yes.
as a whole. Then, but we cannot work it out. Really do that now. Do that so. This is for me. Yeah. So that's why I say that there we are started to fight for them. Yeah, it's for leadership. We have it's about active question. We have to talk about question. So it's you. Party of our season and then the army. Actually, in the pair, you already said that we are station to stay in the days of the person.
That's like that's what I was just about.
Anything that
Festive season, yeah, well, the civil and we're all anticipating, we're waiting for a way for those who will be visiting our state from one of the world. What do we expect from the ministry?
we're expecting a very, very heartful, as I say,
Culture,
for sure,
Emmanuel.
if we open our forest to the source of the yes or into single yes, again, both of our PH to people of ashes, so you're not so much tired out on is efficient to make more sensitive of people. Then about this system by Simba 30 to 40 reference to the value. Down 3 to 7.
The sunshine can
Remember, then from 27 to 30 in December, we have Malvita. It's a boat thing. But there are sites for this main energy, their partners. It's the only Gibran Sodans. So on the if you're back into it, there's any takes to carry how many names. Then, as I said that, there are some individual where there's a factory doing it's something that will be some in first show. I was mentioned. Okay, everybody later on.
How do you attract investors? Although this is an era where there are people who want to invest in non-mainstream. How do you attract such investors? So as to augment what we have so we can have better savings and interest from your ministry?
But we need to because it's just you have to do a house. That's not to that more that more in fact it's dividing before there's a person let me tell you if I should the salt that's all correct that's what water but it comes out from dangers with this facility to abuse due to the blood almost all the resource. So when we are envisaging that by December, on all this, obviously, well, this, so most of these are investors that we have, we are inviting people. Being in the stronger position, we appreciate what is our heritage. Okay. So that even what we are getting tax, you know, it's a put up possible policy, it's the money very much. Then you return place from there to push. So we don't do something that give them check the return for maybe direction in the hospital, it travel. So go to put all the necessary abilities now. That's what government is. So that's what we are doing.
Okay. Now, speaking about the investment and the hunting offices, the large coastal area that we have, just should be of huge benefit. So what are you doing in that regard? I'm aware that is around beach, and it could be it's indeed a gold mine for us in our state. What's your ministry doing to ensure that deals not just entertainment policies, but also economic value for the city? In what can be done there?
Yeah, thank you. We have enormous possibility in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
But one on the TV.
Yes.
So we very from the area of the investment, the language, if you have the whole path, and both say for the capacity. So some of these vectors are just on demonstration. So the first piece of the whole we have seen the instrument. And government is so parts. We get it that they are being veterinary is coming, police coming, the simple in this sport is holding, so automated this at all. To make sure that this place is very one. So by value of work from grandma, I believe that we are very to possibility. The time of the issue, that of the just
Now, for every day to do life, there are challenges. What form of challenges I really do encounter because of what carrying out schedules?
The challenges, I think we hit that decision from the government. Because when we need to work with people, for something those. Like the environment, they begin that most of the social factor damage.
Looking at your office, you've had 800 days now. Let's see, moving.
Yes.
Now, in the course of your tenure in office, what's your vision for the listed culture and photography?
We want to understand what it do now. We are looking at the ministry and being in most people of the whole. What to be at the parts clearly should be in the industry in the last 3 months. Today, if it is in government, they are retained the temporary différence. We, pour ça, puis on se fait les honneurs, on a les things. So, these are some of the things and some of the areas they want to make sure that they are getting better feeling the same kind. Not of it's what it is. You also get the license, like in master distributions. So, by the time we are all known, we put things to happen. We give our tourists resource, our tire industry, we be in so self-sufficient that we never revenue for that sake.
So how do you intend to engage media organizations to promote what you're doing for digital content, putting out audit what you're doing? Maybe you're going to develop an app where such that on our phones, just on the click of any of our train gadgets, we know what is happening in your ministry. Are you adding in these areas?
Yes, thank you very much. We are practically commence of the fabric. General institution with the session of the station. Also, we are working on that. Now, as you can date, you know what's happening. Yeah, in Russia, targeted happening in Russia. Then the society is also. Some shall tell us that's not as up to date as something that you put in that could show you. I mean, they do have backward. Yes, but we are studying.
Okay, so in 2 seconds, what's your final word?
But so now it's going to go.
Well, people say your ministry was
Oh, one guy was thinking that. So you have looked at getting ministry.
but now you're going to perform the Thank you very much for your time. I'm grateful indeed for having you. Thank you so much for coming. And so I look forward to another time. Having to do and so it's been a beautiful time on this episode. I look forward to having you again on Hospitality Today. I am Kemi Adegi, and I'm saying bye for now.